morning, folks. Would-be farmer here on the 20th of June, 2020. Lots going on in the world. But I'd like to talk a little bit about building a food forest. Certainly, we all understand a little bit about how topography changes, how ecosystems change. And in Florida, as any state, there are varied habitats, grasslands. I'm dropping everything, it's too early, I shouldn't have started this video. Grasslands, forests, wetlands, marshes, scrubs. Well, we were kind of lucky in finding this property in South Putnam County near Crescent City. Excuse me while I knock the mosquitoes off my hand while I'm trying to do this video. We are lucky in the sense that we have a forested property, we have an area of scrub, and of course the people who lived here before tried to turn a scrub area into a grassland. So what we really had when we got here was a little more than an acre. Part of it was a typical Florida scrub, which you will see in the back. Just past the fence line. There's a few trees in there which give it kind of a savanna feel, but for the most part that's a scrub back there. This area you see here was a grassland, as in manufactured grassland that was converted from a scrub. The front of our property has a lot of mature oaks, but everything was mowed down so that, and then of course the attempt to put in grass created kind of a savanna-like environment, but I'm converting that into a full forest, of course. So anyway, as you walk around here, you will see that this is still inundated with grass, which I am trying to get rid of. A couple of ways to do it. Certainly you can dump tons and tons of wood chips, cover the grass with tarps, you can dig it up, and I've done all of these things. One of these things I try to remind myself to do is to look in the forest. And we have a lot of forested area around here. I can look in, I can get inspiration. I can see what I need to do to create a forest environment in this area. Well, that includes bringing in a lot of leaf litter, a lot of wood chips, decomposing wood, and of course, planting trees. So we've been at this almost 3 years. We've got mulberries growing here, guava, I put in Simpson Stopper, a native, Walters viburnum, another native. We've let an oak tree grow on its own, which you can see here. A misplaced squirrel acorn or something similar. We also have figs in here. I planted a couple of apple trees just for fun. One died. They gave us a couple of apples. I think that is one right there. I believe that is an Anna apple. The Dorset apple did die. So I may get another apple tree, we'll see. I've got 3 pears, which I also planted for fun. I believe this one here is, I believe that is called a Florida home. I've got another one which is a bald one, and I forget the third one I have. But in addition to pears, apples, figs, guava, mulberry, I've planted native persimmons. I've planted native Chickasaw plums, planted a red bud or two, a dogwood. Oh, and this is interesting. This is a collard. Now this is towards the end of June, beginning of summer. And that guy just popped up on his own from last year. I haven't planted any collards in this area this year. And he's still producing. Oh, and what is this thing? That is a pomegranate. Also have a pomegranate. That gave us one fruit, I think the first year, and it hasn't done anything since. So I've been trying to prune it, read up on it, learn about it. We'll see what's going on. I also moved several beauty berries, some winged sumac, some earpod trees. I moved those, which are native, back into this area again to try to push along this succession, push this to a food forest. There were also 9 loquats, 9 Japanese plums up in the front of our property. One very large mature, and I assume 8 of its offspring. So I moved 4 of them back here into this food forest. And I also have 3 peaches. This is my baby peach project. Got this in Gainesville. It was a half price because it was in bad shape. It was the only fruit tree this little old nursery had, so I grabbed it and nursed it back to health. And believe it or not, it finally produced a peach this year. We did have one the winter of 2018. We did get a cold winter. I think we had several freezes around 25 degrees in a period of 1 week. So our chill hours were really good. And we got about 25 peaches off of one tree, and they were delicious. Also got a couple of avocados here and there. I think that's called a Joey avocado. Supposed to be cold hardy and do well here, so we'll see. Anyway, this is the area that, in my opinion, due to the occasional cactus here and there, the occasional, I think it's called prickly pear, that this was a scrub area that people attempted to turn into a grassland, and now we're moving it on to a forest. Wow, mosquitoes are crazy. Mosquitoes are crazy today. We had some rain. Anyway, another early morning video from would-be farmer in Crescent City. Maybe I should do these a little later when I'm awake. But then when I'm awake, the sun's up and the lighting isn't as good and it's hard to see, so I'm not sure. But anyway, I've rambled enough. Hope I've inspired you. Take care, y'all. Peace.